Good afternoon, everyone. Recently, I have seen a weird thing pop up on Scratch, so I decided to make a studio about it. Weird projects have been surfacing by a user named Keycode34. I have compiled all of his projects into a singular studio, and today we will be having a look at it, starting with his first post, which was Penguin. But before we do this, let's have a look at his profile. He seems like a normal user on the surface. He has interesting favorites and followers and people he's following. But then we have a little look here. His description is a song that you may have or may not have heard. But we're not going to get into that just yet. Let's have a look at his first video / project. There is no description for this one, so I guess we'll just start. Off the bat, we can already see that there's a penguin and a timer. I'll pause the video and I'll show you. Well, no, I won't. I'll just show you. Because what happens is quite disturbing. There will be a flashing light warning, but this is just one more. Yeah, it's flashing lights, bro. So be careful. 3, 2. Yeah. What seems to be the penguin has disappeared, and instead a weird thing. And for some reason that this weird smiley face. As you can see here, there are quite a few sound effects that were used in the end of the project. But now let's move on to a second post, Spider Maze. It just gives you a little description here, but this doesn't seem very weird. In fact, this just looks like a normal Scratch post. And in fact, it is. But it does have a few bugs, which is, a bit weird. But, people aren't the best at Scratch, and that's okay. This game is quite fun, and if you click the green flag, you can see all these different maps that have been created solely for this project, which I think is quite awesome, actually. Then we have Void. Now, the rest of these videos projects from now on have been made literally today. This is quite a new ARG. But let's get into Void. Nothing weird looks happening. Now, that is what you'd think until you click on this guy. This is quite weird, of course. But it's not as weird as this next one, which is simply called Time. It just looks like a simple animation until you wait long enough. Something weird will happen. We'll get into what the frog means later. But now let's look at pillars. The description seeing as though this one actually has one. It says look inside, Sprite 5, sounds and reverse. We'll look at that after we finish the project. Watch what happens when we click this pillar. Quite weird. And that figure we saw in Void is still here. Click on Sprite 5, sounds, and reverse.
What is this title?
It's quite a cryptic message. But if you know what it says, if you don't know what it says, here. Watch as the sky falls. I have no idea what this means, but hopefully if this ARG gets any new projects, I'll be able to cover that in a future video. Now, you remember when I said that the frog would be important? Well, it's because that frog entity is also the same person or character as this guy. Despite the fact it looks more like a cat, it has the same eyes as the frog, and is also heavily based off of it. But now let's look at the final project. It's a simple animation. Or is it? Hi. Hello again. The frog appears once more. Let's have a little look at this project. The sound made is a cymbal. Which is interesting. But this isn't the first time a cymbal is used. It's also used in the Penguin project. Well, it's a similar sound. The actual key code actually accepted my request to become a creator on the archive server, which is cool. But now, let's have a look at his description once more. I want hairs like yours, hands like yours, fingers that curl in the cold like yours. I want eyes to stare and to cry when I'm feeling scared like you. If you don't know the song it's referencing, well, maybe that's for the greater good. But basically, it's a song that was sung by an AI that you may or may not know about. But besides that, there's nothing weird. Or is there? There's a lot more to this ARG that I haven't covered, involving this person. First, we have to click View All and go to the project Penguin Slider. This is a part of another ARG. But both of these are connected. This one was made, as of now, March 15th, 2026. Which, that's quite a few months from now. But anyway, let's look at this project. He only has 3 projects according to his bio, but if you read the title, you can't read it. Anyway, the words up here say help, which is weird. And the time that was used in the original Penguin slider, the Penguin game, is here as well. The description said, "This is my favorite piece of art I've made." And to be honest, it's quite good, but it's sort of disturbing. This was in one of his projects named How I'm Feeling. This was another project named Penguin Slider. It was good until this popped up. It was made to scare his bullies, who would usually post horrid comments on his projects. That just sounds sad. But there's more. This one is titled Window. According to the archive, there was a chance a face could appear near the window. And that's all. But this isn't the last project on this ARG. The Penguin Slider game is here. So, I guess we'll play. After you finally get the arrow, something weird happens. The background slowly deforms, and the penguin starts looking weird. And two red eyes are seen over here. This is the end of the ARG for now. We have no idea what else can be seen. But I hope you all enjoyed this little ARG coverage. And I'll see you in the next video.